Hello, guys, and welcome back to another We The Demigods Motivational AI series video. Today, we are going to discuss AI versus machine learning versus deep learning. The biggest confusion people have today is to understand the difference between all these terms. We are going to try and develop an understanding of how the fields of machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence are related. These terms are wrongly used occasionally. First, let's understand that categories are concepts. That means something that you have to infer, something that is created in the mind, something that doesn't have this essential existence. It is a bit like when I say something like comedy or something like performing arts or even acting. Well, there's nothing that clearly separates one from the other. These are all mental categories, and the same thing is true for any category or definition, which includes things like AI, machine learning, and deep learning. Just doing a simple Google search of these terms will return hundreds of Venn diagrams, attempting to describe how these three terms are related. Here's one such example, and I only show this just to illustrate how difficult it is to understand some of these diagrams. There's just way too much going on here, and really, to understand the certain relationship that we're interested in, it might seem kind of difficult. Artificial intelligence is a superset of machine learning and deep learning. They should not necessarily be used in exchangeably without specifying what type of AI we are talking about. Machine learning is the process of fitting functions to examples and then using that function to generalize and make predictions about new examples. Deep learning resides entirely within machine learning. That is, it's a subset of machine learning. The definition of deep learning is very similar to the definition of machine learning. It is still fitting a function to examples, but the difference comes in the fact that these functions are then organized as connected layers of nodes. In other words, you will have many functions connected together in one network where each function is responsible for a very specific thing. Let's understand each term starting with artificial intelligence. In my first and second video of this series, we discussed all about artificial intelligence and real life use cases. You can click on the link given in the description below to watch again. As you are aware, earlier we had a small amount of data that was not enough to feed the AI system to build their intelligence. Now we are above 50 zeta betas data or 50 trillion gigabytes of data. So, what's AI? As we have learned in our other videos, an AI is a program. That is all it is. It's a bunch of lines of code that thinks like humans if coded in the right way. A chess AI can play to par with top chess players of the world. That is how you create your AI program to achieve things to solve problems. AI can perform tasks and can improve itself based on the information it collects. AI can solve a lot of problems from game to health to pretty much everything. Sky is the limit over here, and I said earlier, we have barely scratched the surface of this field. So you can basically solve any kind of real world problem from very real to very complicated. Let's say, for example, Siri or Amazon Echo. You can say, "Hey Alexa, what's the temperature in Chicago?" Amazon Echo then translates that into zeros and ones that the computer understands. Then Amazon Alexa proceeds it, and after identifying what you're asking, it converts the message into voice output. and says that the current temperature in Chicago is for like, let's say, 7 degree Fahrenheit. This is a wonderful example of artificial intelligence. Moving on, now let's understand what is machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of AI which enables the computer to act and make data driven decisions to carry out a certain task. These programs or algorithms are designed in a way that they can learn and improve over time when exposed to new data. Google search engine is a good example of machine learning. When you search something, machine starts to understand what you like and what you don't like. It learns and updates itself so that you get a better experience when you search the next time. So you guys might be wondering, what is deep learning then? Well, deep learning is a field within machine learning that deals with building and using neural networks modules. Neural networks with more than 3 layers are typically categorized as deep learning networks. Neural networks mimic the functioning of a human brain. They organize similar to the brain cells and imitate how humans process data and make decisions. Deep learning is a field that has seen exponential growth in the last few years. While the algorithms for neural networks have existed for some time, the advance in large scale data processing has served their personality and popularity for real world applications. Well, if you really require an example of deep learning, well, here's one. We have a black and white image and it comes into neural network that acts like a color magic box, and it comes out and the colors, the people, the background, the object, and prints a color picture for you. What it is basically doing is that before the black and white image is fed, neural network has looked into all the images on the web and itemized that separate patterns, like for dog, people, and it's programmed that neural network is able to identify what object is there in the image, and it can color them. Deep learning has been extremely popular in natural language processing as the neural network architectures are ideal for dealing with unstructured data. For the same reason, they are also popular for speech recognition and synthesis applications. Image recognition is another domain where deep learning has made inroads. Self driving cars is a bleeding edge technology that is being powered by deep learning. Applications that require complex learning of behaviors are usually suited for deep learning. The applications of deep learning are getting wide popularity in every domain, like customer experience, healthcare, and of course, robotics. With this, we have come to the end of this session. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like, share, and subscribe. I bid you sayonara. See you soon, guys.